Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel again. I am just going to dive right in today. I'm not going to waste any time. Today we are starting a new rec bike rebuild and we're going to be doing the 2009 Honda CBR 1000RR. Now I have a ton of parts for this bike that I've ordered. I've got specifically the new oil pan, which is in that little green and brown box down there. Now, when I went over this bike originally, I looked at the damage and the oil pan is actually cracked. So that is the first thing that I'm gonna need to do to try and see if I can get this bike running. That's what I'm gonna do in the meantime. I'm gonna jump back in time a little bit and I'm gonna show you guys the day that I actually went to go pick this bike up. I had to travel out to Rochester, New York and bring the bike back. And in that video, I kind of go over the extent of the damages to this bike, and I'm gonna play that for you guys now. And after that, I'm gonna start working on putting that oil pan to see if we can get this bike running. Okay, so here she is, back at the shop. 2009 Honda CBR 1000RR Repsol edition. Now this thing, you can see, looks kind of nasty in the front because it is. The front rotor is just completely destroyed. So obviously I'm gonna need to get a new front rotor. Not sure if these forks are straight. They really don't look too bad. I'd have to take them off the triple, roll them around just to make sure that they're straight and not bent. So I might need a new set of front forks along with the front end. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the bike doesn't look too bad. Obviously headlight assembly. I'm surprised the front stay is not broken. Usually, whenever I get a bike with front end damage, this piece is always broken, and this one is actually completely intact, so that's good. When I was talking to the guy too, he said that the gauge was lost in the bike during the wreck, so I'm very happy to see that gauge cluster is still here. I'm not sure how many miles are on it. It has the battery, but I have not tried to turn it on yet, just for the main fact that there's no oil in the bike, because the bike was originally laid down. He said he was going through a turn. It was like the beginning of the season up here in New York. It was like March, so it was kind of cold out a little bit, and there was some gravel in the road, so he's going around a curve, and the front tire is a little bit old and a little bit bald, so it hit some gravel and it kind of washed out from under him, and then the bike just kind of kept going and hit like a barricade, and that's how most of the damage got sustained. So it was sliding down on its left side, so that's where all these scratches and scrapes are from. Obviously, I'm gonna have to get a new case there. And there was, if I look on this side, let me get a light. If I looked on this side, you can see the big crack in the oil pan right there. So that is all, you can see up into the motor right there. So that is all cracked. So I'm gonna have to get a new oil pan also, along with the components on the front end. I did notice this bit of frame damage here. I mean, besides the scrapes and the scuffing, there is this little indentation here, which I'm not too worried about. It didn't puncture through. It just looks like some surface damage, a little dent. I'm not concerned about the structural ability of this frame right now. So I'm gonna start pricing out some parts, get stuff ordered, and hopefully we can turn this thing around real quick. Now I can already tell that there's gonna be a lot of people that I'm gonna really make angry because I just did this to the bike by laying it over. I don't wanna have to do this to the bike either. I hate seeing a bike laying on its side, but you know, the left side of this bike was already damaged, and I've got the foam on the ground, I've got a towel, she's just taking a little nap right now. So I did this because I wanted to get some better access to the bottom of the motor so we can kind of get a better look at this oil pan. You can obviously see it's all cracked right there. Really, really bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this heat shield from the exhaust off, and I'm gonna have to also, looks like, take the exhaust headers off. Those are already damaged anyways, so I'm gonna have to take those off, take this off in order to get this oil pan off, and then I'm gonna match up the new oil pan, get that gasket on there, and I also have the oil pickup, a new oil pickup to replace this one because it looks like this one's damaged also. I'm gonna take a look inside the motor, make sure there's no big chunks or anything in there, remove those out if I need to. And once I get that oil pan on there, then I will fill it up with oil and we'll see if we can get this thing started. All right, so I've got the new oil pan on right now, and what I did was I put a little bit of black RVT around the edge of the oil pan, just because that's what, you know, stock Honda uses, is like Honda Bond, but you know, black RVT is basically the same thing. So this is the old one, obviously, you know, all that damage right there. So I've got the new one on, I cleaned it up, got it nice and clean. I've got all the bolts just kind of hand tight right now. So I've got the cover on. I'm gonna let this set up overnight and let that RVT, that gasket maker, cure. And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna tighten everything down. And then I'm gonna tip the bike upright. I'm gonna fill it with oil, and hopefully we can see if we can get this thing to start. Now, I did see there was a little bit of damage to the exhaust here. I'm gonna have to get some new headers. I'll order those and get those coming on the way, but you know, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we'll see if we can get this thing fired up. So for now, she's just gonna sit here and take a little nap for the night. I'm gonna get a little blanket and cover her up so she can sleep tight. You know, there we go, little Honda. Sleep tight, little girl. There we go, tuck you in. All right, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow and I'm gonna see if I can fire this thing up. So fast forward to tomorrow. And just like that, we are back in the shop. So it's actually been a couple days. So that gasket maker, that gasket seal should be all cured up now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten those bolts back up. There's actually one bolt down here that I wasn't able to get to just because of the clearance from the exhaust, but I'm gonna put that bolt in once I, you know, take this old exhaust off and I have a little bit better clearance to get in there. So I'm gonna tighten those bolts up. I'm gonna stand the bike up, fill it with oil, and we'll see if this thing fires up. All right, so I've got the oil in the bike now. Now there's no coolant currently in the bike, but since I'm gonna be just trying to start it up to see if the bike runs, I'm not really gonna be getting it up to temperature at all. So because there's no coolant in the bike, it's gonna be fine as long as I don't run it for an extended period of time where, you know, it could then overheat. So I've got oil in the bike now. The battery's reading about like 12.3 volts. It's a little low, but I'm still gonna see if, you know, we've got enough juice in there just to get it to turn over and see if we can finally fire it up. So I'm gonna get the key for it, and fingers crossed, we can see if we can get this thing started. All right, I just wanted to do that real quick just to see if I can kind of get the oil to pump and kind of prime through the motor. Now that started up actually really easily. Do it one more time. That sounds real good. That started up super easy too. Nice, I'm super happy with that. So another thing I wanna do real quick is I just wanna shift the bike through the gears to make sure, you know, it goes through all the gears fine. I kinda have a nice little rig right here. The clutch lever broke off, so you gotta work with what you got. So I'm gonna see if I can pull that in and see if we can shift through the gears and make sure the bike is fully capable of going through all of the gears. Kickstand, my bad. Rookie move. So I had to cut that short real quick, just because we get a little oil burning off of the motor right now, just stuff that was on the exhaust, but I think we're gonna be fine for the most part. So I mean, I got through, I think the first 4 gears and everything seemed to be going good, so I think we're good as far as, you know, the transmission on the bike. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this stator cover off. I'm gonna replace that. I've got a brand new one on, and I think I'm gonna get the exhaust off so I can get that damaged part replaced. And then we're gonna move from there, and I'll probably start replacing some of the stuff on the front end and getting the new wheels, and I'm gonna check those forks for alignment and make sure they're not bent or damaged or anything. All right guys, she fired up. This is awesome news because, as always, whenever you're buying a bike that has obvious engine damage, it's always a gamble of whether or not the bike is gonna start or not. And in this case, you know, thankfully it was only the oil pan. We have, you know, some other damage to the radiator and some side cosmetic damage to the case covers. But I mean, in order to get it fired up, this is awesome. So from here, I'm obviously gonna go and do some of the front end stuff next, kind of get some of that situated. Like I said, with the exhaust, I'm gonna get that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start buying some new parts for, you know, stuff that has to get replaced here and there, and just move along with that process. So once again, I'm super happy that I was able to get this thing started. That's a huge weight off my shoulders, knowing that this thing finally runs. And one last thing, I wanna give a huge shout out to the guys over at Patreon. My newest supporters, Darren, Jalen, Ryan, Daniel, and Carl. They bring us up to 17 Patreons, and I think we only need about 8 more in order to have our first giveaway, which is gonna be the exhaust from the GSX-R 600. And also, one thing that I don't think I mentioned before is once we reach 25 Patreon supporters, I'm gonna be giving away basically parts off of each bike that I do. So first is gonna be the GSX-R exhaust. After that's given away, I'm gonna be doing like either the tank or the side plastics from the Repsol. So I mean, I'll hold a drawing on Patreon, and I'll basically just mail you the parts, and you know, you can hang them up on your wall, put them in your garage, and what have you. So again, thanks to those guys that support the channel, and until next time, me and the CBR will see you guys in episode 2 of the CBR 1000 Wreck Bike Rebuild. Later, guys.